Hey, Shine members, welcome to the Pillars of Wellness. We're going to talk about tension, something I'm sure all of you have experienced. So, why am I talking about this today? Well, I recently had an osteopath appointment, and sometimes you go into an appointment not even thinking anything's wrong. You're like, no, I'm all good today. And then you get off the table and you're like, whoa, I have an entire new body. Because oftentimes we get so busy, we don't notice our muscle tension. And that's a problem because with anything we're doing, the first step to change is awareness. So, I want to talk today about muscle tension, why it's not effective, how to become aware of it, and how to get rid of it. Okay. So, you guys ready? Put the word tension down below if you're ready to learn more. Okay. So, I'm going to read this to you. So, muscle tension consumes energy inefficiently. It decreases circulation, leads to physical aches and pains. Who can relate? I've had this clench in my jaw this past week as Alexis has been sick. I'm like, why do I have a headache? Oh, right, because I'm stressed out and worried and just biting down. And so oftentimes we'll notice a headache or we'll notice something else before we see tension, but it's super inefficient, right? We don't want to do that. So, anytime that you can achieve a relaxed state, you can actually get relief from those aches and pains. You can improve your digestion, your cardiovascular function, and your sleep. So, again, we often don't notice tension, but we're not sleeping well. We have bad digestion. Those are all signs that something is out of whack with our system. And I use that word system because our body is one big, gigantic system. We balance one part of it, one pillar, we can balance it all, right? So, when we tense our muscles, though, for or any part of our body for long periods of times, that's when you start to begin to feel the effects of that tension. And I can tell you, if I go back to 2021, even beginning of 2022, I was a ball of tension all the time. I didn't feel good. I wasn't sleeping well. I was cranky. It became who I was, which is not who I want to be, right? So if you think about it, when there's tension in your body, what happens to your mindset? So your patience goes down, you're less lighthearted, you become mentally fatigued, right? You're stressed out. Um, you might even notice that you're kind of clenching your fists throughout the day. That takes more energy, right? Than just letting your hand lay free. You might start to get angry or upset with people. So notice that, right? And as women, so often we just blame it's like, oh, our hormones, or our husbands will say that, oh, it must be your hormones. No, I'm going through a difficult period in my life right now, right? That might be the case for you. So listen into what your body is telling you. So now this runs both ways. We're talking about all the negative effects, but we actually have this amazing ability to create active relaxation and to eliminate possibly disease even from our body, going out on a branch there. But releasing tension from the body frees the mind from strain and pressure, which is a critical physical and mental skill to learn, right? So again, nothing new. Nothing I teach is really rocket science, but we get so busy in our lives that we stop thinking about it. And if you've ever studied somatics, that is the effect of the emotions on the body. There is scientific proof that our emotions sit in our body, and if we don't deal with them, if we have years and years of unresolved trauma, that can actually fester up into disease. It can fester up into just unhappiness, right? Mental health issues. So you really want to identify tension. So I want you to do this right now. I actually want you to close your eyes because right now you're listening to me. It's probably it is the end of the day. You might be listening to this on replay, but are you even aware of how your body's feeling? Okay, so close your eyes, take a deep breath, and then just ask yourself, can you drop your shoulders? Did they drop? Were you like, oh, yeah, they were up by my ears, right? So, can you drop your shoulders? Check into your hands. Are they relaxed or are they in a little bit of a fist? What about your stomach? What about deep into that stomach? Down in that low lumbar spine is our psoas muscle, which holds our fear. Do you feel like there's that ball in your stomach? Have you ever heard that saying? That's your psoas holding stress, holding fear. So just take a listen to that. Can you take a deep breath? When you breathe, do you notice that your ribs expand out in all directions? Or do you just lift the shoulders because there's so much tension in the rest of your body? So just paying attention to that. What about your face? This is the one that always tricks me. But have you had any headaches? Do you clench your teeth? Do you feel any tension up in the top of your jaw, your mastoid process there? Any tension at the back of your neck? Actually looking for it, and you might be going, "Oh, yeah, geez." Or maybe you've been clenching, and so up at the temples, it's a little bit tight there. Okay, notice it is the first step. So as we sit here with our eyes closed, take a moment and just scan through the rest of your body. Check in with around the hips, the legs, the feet, your toes, right? And we often talk about muscles, or I would typically talk about muscle strain as these tight muscles for sure. But let's go deeper. Let's look at that emotional aspect of it. Okay. So you found a couple areas that you're maybe feeling some tension in. Keep your eyes closed, take a breath, and I want you to pretend or visualize the breath going into that part of your body. Breathe down into that tight wrist. Maybe you hold your phone a lot and your wrist is tight. Breathe there. Maybe you're feeling a little tight through the hips because you sit at your desk too much. Breathe down into the hips. You'll hear that often in a yoga class. It's for a reason. Breathe wide into your ribs. Take that breath there. And then as you're taking that next exhale, I want you to imagine that area releasing. And it might sound silly. You're like, oh, yeah. But our brain is powerful and we can create new neural pathways. We can change our outcome with our thoughts. At first, it'll seem difficult, but it will happen. So take another breath deep through your nose. Breathe into that area of your body that's feeling tension. And as you take an exhale, I want you to imagine the shoulders softening, the temples being lighter, maybe the jaw unclenches, the fingers open, whatever that might be for you. So I want you to take this practice and I want you to do it every single day. And honestly, I think the best time to do it is in the middle of the workday. If you've just left, a stressful meeting, or maybe you've been talking finances with your husband in the evening, you're probably going to have some tension somewhere in your body. So then take a minute, doesn't have to be long, a minute or two throughout your day. Take a scan of your body, notice the tension, breathe into it, and then tell your body to actively relax. And eventually, this will become a system or a habit for you. And you can start to feel better every day. Because, yes, we want to go to the yoga class. Yes, we want to come to Pilates. Yes, we want to go for a massage and get that outside help. But our true power lies within ourself and what we do every single day to bring wellness to our own body. So, my invitation for you today is to make yourself a priority. And if you're committed to that, I want you to put that down below in the comments. I will commit to letting go of tension and finding my best self, both physically, the muscles are going to relax, but also mentally. You're going to think clearer with less stress. Okay, you guys, have a fabulous Thursday. We will check back with you guys next week. Shoot me a personal message if you want. Let me know how this goes for you.